Hello and welcome. I am Jonette, CEO of J. Michelle Jewelry. As an independent consultant of Paparazzi Accessories, I stand by their mission to bring strength, independence, and empowerment to individuals and their families by building confidence and financial freedom through affordable fashion. While $5 jewelry may not change the world, Paparazzi believes those who wear it will. I believe that a beautiful you plus stylish paparazzi jewelry equals a beautiful, stylish, empowered life. So go out there and live that beautiful, stylish, empowered life you were meant to live. I created this channel to help you, the new independent consultant of Paparazzi, be successful. Every consultant is a business owner. And as a business owner, you must develop consistent, effective, and efficient business acumen for a positive outcome. I believe in systems and processes. I believe in dreams. I believe in goal setting. I believe in faith. I believe in you. So let's do that thing. My paparazzi consultant ID is 379001. To join my team, go to paparazziaccessories.com/379001. I can't wait to hear from you. So today we are actually delving on section 6 of the paparazzi policies and procedures. Section 6, responsibilities of consultants. So this section is much shorter than the previous two sections, so hang in there with me as we go through section 6 and learn more about what we should do as business owners and independent consultants of Paparazzi. So 6.1 says change of address, telephone, or contact information. To avoid any disruption in business practices, the consultant, you, is responsible to notify Paparazzi of any changes to the contact information provided on the consultant's account. Most changes can be made online, but can also be done via phone through the Paparazzi support department. And then there's some other information there that you should read. But you need to make sure all of your information is up to date. Phone numbers, addresses, names, email addresses, any other means of communication. Make sure it's updated and that you're staying on top of it. 6.2, changes to the agreement. It is the consultant's responsibility to update or initiate any updates if there are any changes to the agreement. So that includes government ID numbers, applicant names, or business entities. These changes can be initiated through Paparazzi support. And later on, I will show you where to find that information as far as support, and other phone numbers and addresses. But if you've become familiar with your back office, you can always find it there. These changes can be initiated through Paparazzi support and require that a newly executed and completed agreement be submitted. And there will be an additional $25 fee to change principals, business entities, or taxable government ID numbers on file. So that's 6.2, to make changes to your original agreement. So that's if you have name changes personally or in your business, or even ID numbers. 6.3, continuing leadership. Any consultant who sponsors another consultant into Paparazzi must perform a bona fide assistance and training function to ensure that his or her organization is properly operating their paparazzi business and that they are in full compliance with local and federal laws and this agreement. It is expected that consultants will monitor the activities of their organizations and support full compliance with the company's policies contained within this agreement. In any circumstances where it is discovered by a consultant that a member of their team may be in violation to this agreement, they are to do all within the power or their power to bring them back into compliance with this agreement. If that's not possible or completed, they are to notify Paparazzi Compliance Department immediately. So before I read that last paragraph, I am responsible for you. Once you sign up as an independent consultant under my website, paparazziaccessories.com/379001, you fill out that application, you choose a kit and pay for it. It will then be processed. I will then get a notification that I have a new team member. I then will call you to welcome you and have a conversation with you. And then it is my responsibility to make sure you are in full compliance to the paparazzi agreement and policies and procedures, and also that you are in compliance with local and federal laws, and that I am assisting you and training you to be a successful business owner. And then it's the same for you. So once you come on and you get yourself established, anyone that you sign up underneath you, you are then held responsible for those things. The last paragraph under 6.3, consultants are expected to support, train, and mentor other consultants in the organization to help them build success. It is expected that sponsoring consultants be available to be contacted, attend meetings, and support their organizations. Failure to do so will result in a lack of personal success within the company. So that's just a reiteration that as sponsoring consultants, we have to be available. We have to train, we have to support, we have to mentor. And just going back to the first paragraph, if there are at any time in my organization, or then when you create your own organization or downline, you find that any of your consultants are violating this agreement, policies, paparazzi policies and procedures, you have to handle that. And if you're unable to handle it, then you need to contact Paparazzi Compliance immediately. Okay? 6.4, providing documentation. When enrolling a new consultant, the sponsoring consultant must be able to provide or ensure that they have access to and have reviewed the latest version of policies and procedures, the compensation plan, and the consultant agreement before the new consultant signs the independent consulting agreement or completes the process online. That is exactly why I am doing this. Exactly. Previous to going over this packet, this printed out version of policies and procedures, I already told you earlier, some of these things I was not aware of. 6.4 is the reason I am doing this, so that you don't come into this game, this for real life game of building a prosperous and successful business without knowing the rules. You gotta know the rules. So I'm gonna read it one more time. When enrolling a new consultant, this is 6.4, providing documentation, the sponsoring consultant, in this case it would be me sponsoring you, must be able to provide or ensure that they have access to and have reviewed the latest version of policies and procedures, the compensation plan, and the consultant agreement before the new consultant signs the independent consultant agreement or completes the process online. So we're going to go over not only the policies and procedures so that you have that at your disposal on YouTube under J. Michelle Jewelry Training. We will go over the compensation plan. We will go over the consultant agreement. We'll go over all of it so that you know about it, that you're aware of it, that you can ask me any questions through the comments or emailing me at jmichelljewelry@gmail.com so that you are readily prepared before coming on as an independent consultant. All right, 6.5 reporting obligation. All consultants have an obligation to report any policy violation that they may witness or be aware of to the Paparazzi Compliance Department. Failure to do so may result in compliance actions taken against them. So basically, we are responsible for contacting Paparazzi, specifically the compliance department, if we see anyone violating policy. That's it. 6.6, laws and ordinances. All consultants must be aware of and adhere to any local or federal laws and ordinances that may affect or be a part of their paparazzi business or sales activities. So we live all over the country, including Puerto Rico, including Guam. So you have to not only know the rules of paparazzi, you also need to know the rules and the laws of your local government, of your state government, and such. And that is your responsibility. 6.7, federal regulations. Certain federal regulations govern the direct sale of inventory, which includes paparazzi accessories. In order to comply with those regulations, consultants must ensure that the following information is provided on all sales receipts at each transaction. So, federally, you should be providing sales receipts that include date of transaction, the product issued, and the units purchased, the name and address of the selling consultant, and a signature of purchaser indicating receipt of product. It says they must also be aware of the consultant's return policy of the product. So they meaning the customer. And we'll talk about the return policy too at a later date. Consultants are required to issue sales receipts for the retail purchase of paparazzi product, as well as to keep a copy for themselves for no less than 2 years from the transaction documented. So, do you see receipts being given each time someone makes a purchase of paparazzi jewelry? Probably not. In your starter kit, you do get a booklet of receipts that you can handwrite at sales. And then a lot of consultants use a lot of different programs in which you can create invoices, and those invoices can then produce either paper receipts or electronic receipts. Because you know now when we go to stores, they ask us, do we want it electronically? Do we want it in paper form? And sometimes they just say, do you want your receipt? And a lot of times, many of us say no, and they just take the receipt and throw it away. But here, Paparazzi is saying that we have to issue a sales receipt. So I would make sure that I have some type of program, or at the least those booklets, those sales receipt booklets provided by Paparazzi, so that we can offer receipts to our customers, as well as offer the return policy. All right, 6.8, adherence to Hostess Rewards Program. The success of any party planning organization rests with the success of the hostess. Hostess refers to someone who has agreed to hold a party for their friends and associates and have invited a paparazzi consultant to offer product at their home or via an online party. Incentivizing a hostess to hold a party at their home or online is key to the success of an organization. So, incentivizing, offering incentives. If someone, offers or agrees to host a party for their friends at their home, with you being the consultant, you will give that hostess some incentives, aka jewelry. Therefore, Paparazzi has outlined the following as the minimum amount of compensation offered to hostesses for hosting the party. Here you go. All consultants are obligated to offer a 10% credit to the hostess for the retail sales generated at their hosted party, preferably to be selected out of the inventory at the party. So let's just go over that first sentence. I have a party which was hosted by my friend, Tanya. Tanya hosted a party at her house. She invited all her friends and family. I came with the jewelry, set up all the jewelry. I sold $200 worth of jewelry. So 10% of 200 is 20, right? $20. So then out of what is at the party, or either left at the party, preferably to be selected out of the inventory at the party, Tanya gets to pick $20 worth of hostess rewards or incentives. So it's all $5 jewelry, so she gets to pick 4 items. Hostesses of online parties will choose from current online inventory before the party is closed. So if you have an online party, which acts very similarly to in-person parties, then the hostess will get to go online to your website and choose before the party is closed. The credit amount is determined from retail sales and is exchanged for retail price. So the credit amount is determined from retail sales. So using my example of $200 a minute ago, $200 would, in this case, be my retail sales, the $200, not my profit, but my retail sales, and is exchanged for a retail price of $5. To support and offset the cost for the consultant to adhere to this minimum offering for their hostess, Paparazzi supplements a consultant's personal inventory purchases with additional units that may be used to fill this obligation. So when you are making purchases in your back office, and we'll talk about this too at a later date, hostess rewards, you do receive hostess rewards. You get 1 hostess reward per a certain amount of a certain purchase that you're making in the back office. So that is the way Paparazzi helps us, supplements our personal inventory purchases by giving us hostess rewards. How nice of them. Paparazzi strongly encourages independent consultants to increase and enhance their hostess rewards program for their own hostesses, understanding that the more excited the hostess is, the more excited the customers are, and the more sales are generated. So remember, the minimum is 10% of the retail sales, but Paparazzi does encourage us to increase and enhance those hostess rewards. Be kind, right? Loving, kind, and respectful. 6.9, reception of product. When an order is received, it is the consultant's responsibility to do an immediate inventory of the product delivered to determine if there are any damaged or missing pieces from the invoiced order. Failure to notify paparazzi within three business days of confirmed delivery of the shipment will cancel your right to request a return. Any pieces that may be received that can be reasonably corrected using your complete jewelry toolkit included in each starter kit will not be considered returnable. So this has happened to me. So one thing, when you make an order and it comes to your home, check everything. They send you an inventory list. What do they call it? They send you an inventory list, a list of everything that is in that order. Check what is in the box against what is on that list. And I actually go through with a highlighter or a colored pen and I check it off or I highlight it off once I go through it. It's a lot and it's tedious, but it's something that needs to be done because we're human and human beings are packing these boxes and getting these orders together. So mistakes happen. Also, this beautiful jewelry sometimes has some faults, some glitches. And it says here that any pieces that may be received that can be reasonably corrected, go ahead and correct it. It won't be considered returnable. So I've had that happen. I've had little pieces. I'll just use this as an example. Each of the little chains here in this necklace, we use these kind of chains, large, medium, and tiny in a lot of our jewelry. So each of these has like it's not a full solid piece or ring. It has a coming together, it clamps together. And sometimes they aren't clamped tightly enough, so the other ring comes out. So I've had to get my tools out of my complete jewelry toolkit from my original starter kit and actually put the rings back in and clamp it and repair it as new. And it's fine. It's been okay. I've also had some times when pieces had to be glued. So you see this bracelet here. There's a beautiful stone there in the center. Maybe that stone came in the packaging. It had fallen out. Maybe the glue dried up, not enough glue. So I have some glue, some permanent glue I put on the back of the stone. I gently place it back in there, glue it, and it's good to go, good as new. So those little things you do have to be mindful of and you have to take responsibility for. But if there is something that is missing or damaged and is not fixable, remember you have 3 business days to contact Paparazzi. 6.10, lost or stolen orders. In the event that an order is shipped by Paparazzi and not reviewed or not received, by the designated recipient, you, Paparazzi will initiate a claim through the associated courier. The courier's investigation process can take up to 10 business days. If the courier determines that the package was delivered to the address provided and no signature was obtained, a replacement order may be sent at Paparazzi's discretion. There is no guarantee of a replacement order being sent under these circumstances. If excessive or fraudulent claims of missing deliveries are submitted by a consultant, corrective action, including suspension and possible termination, will be initiated. So that's pretty straightforward. 6.10, lost or stolen orders. 6.11. Holding or manipulation of enrollments or orders. A consultant must never hold or manipulate the timing of an independent consultant's enrollment or order. Doing so will result in the conclusion that such actions are in conjunction with bonus buying and will be subject to a compliance review. Doing so also postpones the activity of the new independent consultant and can damper an opportunity for them to succeed. So, if someone's ready to enroll, if you are ready to enroll to be a part of my team, do it. Do it now. I'm not holding you back. I'm not trying to hold it and we do it next week or the week after or next month for my benefit. You can't do it either when others start to come under you. Also, orders. There's no holding orders. If someone's ready to order, let them order. Encourage them to order, and the same goes with you. 612, two more left, that's it. 6.12, actions of household members. If a member of a consultant's immediate household engages in activities that violate the agreement, including policies, the consultant will be considered to be in violation of the agreement. This section also applies to any member of a business entity that is a business representative of Paparazzi as a consultant. So you have to hold your husband, your wife, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your children, your auntie, your granny, whomever lives in your house. You must hold them accountable too for their actions, because you will be held accountable for any activities that they are involved in that violate policy, procedure, and the consultant agreement. Ooh. 6.13, business insurance. Paparazzi does not provide or offer any form of business or liability insurance for a consultant's business. Consultants are free to purchase such insurance for their business. Homeowners or automobile coverage usually does not provide coverage for any type of business-related injury, theft, or damage. So Paparazzi doesn't provide any business or liability insurance to me, to you as an independent consultant. So it's our responsibility to seek information about business insurance within our own jurisdiction. Okay, so that concludes section 6, which was entitled Responsibilities of Consultants. Not too shabby, right? And the next section is bonuses and commissions. Oh, yeah. So section 7 that's like one page. So we are moving right along. We really got into the meat of it because 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We only have a few more sections left and we are done with policy and procedure. Yes. And then we can get into the compensation plan. We can get into the consultant agreements so that you have all the information that you need in order to make a wise decision on becoming an independent consultant and joining my family. Yes, joining my team at paparazziaccessories.com/379-001. I'll see you next time.